Okay, so we've got a match between
I'll keep you safe.
Team 1 and 2 again. On Team 1, for the tank, there's a Ramatra. For the supports, we've got Mercy and Moira, two very strong healers. And for DPS, we have Hanzo and Tracer, apparently. And on the second team, we've got Tracer and Genji for the DPS. Support is Mercy and Kiriko. And the tank is Doomfist, which is a very uncommon tank nowadays, as he isn't the strongest. But let's see how it goes for them. This map is Hollywood, which hasn't been seen in previous seasons until this one for Overwatch 2. So it's nice to have it back. Doomfist already starting off a lot of damage on the Moira, but she looks to have gotten healed up quite quickly. Tracer trying to get some damage off as Doomfist pushes them back. Genji trying to deal with a Tracer in the back lines currently. Tracer though, gets taken out by the Moira. So does Genji, but he gets revived by the Mercy. Doomfist still standing strong, pushes behind them, getting a few of them in with a single punch. Enemy Tracer still attacking the backlines, but is pushed out by the other Tracer. Doomfist getting another 3 with a single punch as Tracer goes and tries to finish off a Hanzo. Now moving on to Moira. She is very weak. I don't know if she'll die here though. Is healed by the Mercy. Once again, one shot though, and is taken out by the Doomfist. Ramatra very weak as well. Taken out by the Hanzo. Sorry. By the Tracer, my bad. And that seems to be point so far. The enemy has now switched into Pharah, probably planning to do some pharmacy, which is quite a scummy tactic, but it does work, so I see where it comes from. They do get points in the end and have now got 6 minutes to move on. Doomfist looks like he's trying to plan to attack the Mercy midair. Getting a few hits off and then... Oh, he does miss though. That would have been good to see. Tracer now ready with the pulse bomb. Oh, does stick the Pharah, making sure she gets the kill before moving swiftly onto the Mercy. Oh, Blade was used but wasn't used effectively. Doomfist taking out the Mercy, now putting pressure onto the Ramatra while the Tracer joins him. Tracer now switching over to the Mercy, trying to get rid of that support. Kitsune is used, giving the whole team an extra boost of speed, but I don't think it's going to use very effectively. But Pharah does die as the Hanzo uses his ult, but giving the Mercy a free time to res, which she does. Doomfist sat on point, just trying to push it along, and looks like he's got a good chance to line up a punch, but because he's in Ramatra's ability, he wasn't able to jump up high. Does hit the Hanzo for a bit of damage, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to secure the kill. Now with a charged up fist, he can come back and keep himself alive a bit longer. Tracer and Doomfist being the one surviving from that situation. Now joining them with a Genji. Tracer's pulse bomb quite close to being brought up, but the Doomfist does start attacking the Ramatra. And isn't able to take him out though, not getting much damage. Rampage is used by the Ramatra, causing a lot of tick damage to the front lines. Currently Moira is just fully healing him though, keeping him alive as long as possible. Ult is used up without much gain from it. Pharah is currently one shot and is taken out by the Tracer. Another pulse bomb is ready. Looks like it's a good chance to use it now. Doesn't currently stick it on and doesn't even get any damage, unfortunately. Does start attacking the Mercy and does manage to take her out. Now focusing the Hanzo, also taking him out. Moving on to the Doomfist. The Ramatra getting taken down and the Tracer taking out the Moira and doing a little bit of BM to show off a little there. Tracer now waiting for a little bit of a flank option. Here's the Pharah. Sees both of them but doesn't plan to shoot. Maybe expecting another situation to clear up. Hanzo ult now been used. Ramatra starting to fight easily. Probably wasn't a good jam for recall. Didn't take much damage. Maybe it was out of panic. Doomfist on very little health, probably isn't going to survive much longer in this fight. Tracer also taken out. Genji now having Dragon Blade, but is one shot taken out by the Pharah. Doomfist lasting on 41 HP, surprised he got out of there alive. Just managed to get to a health pack. Tracer now coming back with 15 to ult. Blade is ready, Pulse Bomb will be soon to be ready, and a while until Meteor Strike is available. Goes on and teleport and finds the pharmacy available. Starts trying to get a bit of damage, maybe trying to get another Pulse Bomb onto the Pharah. Makes it maneuvers to get himself onto the balcony. Finds the Tracer, doesn't get any shots though, does do some damage to the Pharah before moving back. Dragon Blade has been used, doesn't seem to get anyone though. No, maybe he's going to take out by the Pharah as well. Doomfist doing a lot of damage to the Hanzo, but isn't able to get a kill. Moira Stark chasing down this Tracer, who seems to be in a tough situation. Maybe gets an escape though. Doesn't seem like anyone's following. No, is able to get to the Mega and put him back on full health. Goes back up on the elevator, saying goodbye as she does so. Finds the Pharah. I think wanted to get closer to do some more damage, but wasn't able to do it. Uses Recall to keep the high ground, whereas Doomfist is... Let's have a look here. What's Doomfist doing? Stands on the elevator. I'm sure that was worth it. Anyway, moving on. We now have a Pharah, damage boosted by a Mercy. He isn't really able to hit any shots just yet. Maybe he switched to Pharah to deal with the... Sorry, maybe he switched to Widow to deal with the Pharah, but doesn't... Only gets a kill when she stood still, but let's see how that works in the future. Katani has now been switched on to, whereas Doomfist now has Meteor Strike. Maybe planning to use it on this Mercy as she... Oh, he does survive, unfortunately. Meteor Strike is used. Doesn't seem to get anyone. Does do damage to the Moira, though. Rampage is now used as Cassidy makes his way onto the objective. Just trying to get some big damage. Doomfist does actually punch the Ramattra towards the enemy, towards his own team, doing a lot of damage to him. Does seem like the Doomfist is going to die as well as the Cassidy, which is a shame. Widowmaker on 60 health, having a duel with the Hanzo. Doesn't seem like either of them are hitting shots. Oh, let's take it back. Hanzo now on half health. The Venom Mine has been fired. Trying to get some poison damage. It does connect to the Hanzo, I do believe. Hanzo's ult got used. Probably didn't need that, but oh well. Holding an angle. And it's taken out by a Mei. That's unfortunate. Now switching to a Risa. 30 off ult. And throwing a Javelin at a shield. Has Gordon to ignore that effect. Using the Javelin to make sure he's not taking any more damage. Just pushing the team back a bit more. Whereas Cassidy is starting to fight with the Hanzo.
Hello.
I don't know how the Hanzo sees the Cassidy, but maybe we can just hear him. Does lose the fight though. Misses more shots than the Hanzo, I guess. Orisa wasting her Javelin, her spin. Does a lot of damage to the... Uses her ult. Don't believe it's going to get anyone. No, but it wasn't a worth the effort. Widowmaker still probably should have swapped by now if they're not hitting this many shots. Cassidy now back into the fight with Orisa just doing a lot of damage to the whole entire team. Using his spin to get in closer to the enemy, whereas Cassidy is now missing a bunch of shots. Does stick to Mei. Does more damage to the Ramattra. Getting a bit more onto the Mei. Getting it down to 1. Goes get the kill. Ramattra is pushing, leaving the Cassidy on 16 health with Deadeye. Orisa now pushing point to keep getting the Ramattra back. Deadeye is ready. Looks like maybe they're going to try and focus down the Ramattra, and I think it'll work. Yes, does secure the kill, hoping the team will stop the res from getting pulled off, and it does by Orisa getting the kill on her and the Hanzo. Mei arrive, Mei ward off their own team, making sure they can't touch point. Interesting, but I guess it gives the team a free objective, giving them another 2 minutes as they were stuck in overtime for that long. Gatti now try to make some points. Gets shots on the Moira, and then proceeds to miss all of them on the match, but that's no worries. There's no point. There's no chance of getting a kill. Orisa now moving a bit closer to help the Widowmaker out. I believe the Widowmaker should have swapped ages ago by now if they're still not getting the kills that they need. Cassidy getting a few hits on the Ramattra, but not enough for it to be worth hitting more now. Moira getting away with her life as well. Ramattra getting potentially stuck with a grenade, but no. He does go around for the flank, try and get some fights, but Mercy. Hanzo scaling him back. Orisa ult used, but was pulled up by the Mei, will not be able to do anything. Orisa potentially going to die here. Very little health, yes, that's true. Walking into the dragons. Hanzo stuck and taken out by the Cassidy, and Mercy reviving the Orisa. Gonna make her dead as well. Taking out the Mei potentially. No, she's got a high spot still. Magnetic grenade now used. Oh, does not get anything. He's taken out by the Mei before he's able to shoot. Javelin used on the Mei. Now in Ice Cube again, making sure no damage is taken. Ramattra used Rampage, making sure, trying to keep little down their team. Walled off by the Mei on her own now. Widowmaker now switch to Echo. Don't know if that's a good choice or bad, but we'll soon find out. Cassidy now taking out the Ramattra, as well as the Moira. No, never mind. Rally has been used by the Brig, giving the whole team a bit of shield. Freeze has been used, but Cassidy does get out of it. Orisa not so lucky, but she will survive anyway. Grenade used onto the Mei on half health. Still seems like he's going to live though, that's a shame. Ice Cube used again. I don't know how she hasn't died yet. Grenade used on missed. Goes getting some nice shots on the soldier. He's taken out by the Mei, but the Orisa pulls the Mei back. Cassie has a chance of living, but has to go get a health pack. He's going to make it in time. He does make it on point in time. We do have a Lucio now, so does also touch point. Wait, where's he going? And that's what we call a C9. Just decided to run away from point. But that was a good game. It's unfortunate it was a loss.